Welcome back, guys. I'm with Alex Levinson. He's a security researcher from San Francisco who came all the way to help us put together this CTF, and we really appreciate you, Alex. Listen, you've been putting together these competitions for a long time, and you've been competing for a long time.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, what is, what do you get out of it each time?
So, I went to school for this stuff, and when I started going to school for it, I wanted more. There was, being in a classroom is fun, but doing these things is just so much more exciting, right? So, my very first competition, I was hooked. I was.
When was your first competition?
It must have been February or March 2010, so about 6 years ago.
Wow. So 6 years of competing.
Yeah.
Like, pragmatically, these kids must get a ton out of it that they don't get from classroom instruction.
Totally. Most schools in the country, don't teach security. The schools that do teach security teach it at a very textbook, book smart knowledge.
Yes.
They don't have the street smarts that they're really going to use in the real world. These types of exercises prepare them for that.
Yeah.
We work in a career where you need to be ready to sit down and be almost a firefighter. You gotta be able to do your job under immense pressure to either get the job done or to protect people, right? People's lives could be at stake for your work, right?
Absolutely.
So being able to have that confidence to sit down and say, I know what my mission is, and I'm capable and confident in accomplishing it. These types of scenarios help them do that.
So it's kind of like a safe place to kind of to screw up, right? This is a place to fail.
Totally.
Like before you actually need to succeed in the real world.
Totally.
I'm always kind of interested, what kind of advice do you have for maybe folks watching, people who are really interested in either kind of getting into security or competing in competitions like this?
Yeah, so one, I usually like to break this out into a couple of people. So first are the competitors.
Yeah.
One, keep doing what you're doing, right? You are using the tools around you to make you a better practitioner of our science in a lot of ways. So keep doing what you're doing, but don't forget that this is an opportunity to network. Every job I've had for the last 5 years has come out of competitions.
Really?
Yeah. So
So this means more than a resume. This means more than going to a class or a GPA. Because what you can do here is demonstratable to folks who sponsor these things, maybe onlookers, right?
Exactly. The next group of people are maybe not the people who are competing, but the people who are spectating. You might be a sponsor, you might be a executive at a company. Realize the power of these and give back. That can be in forms of money, that can be in forms of people and putting in the man hours it takes to run these things. But giving back to this really helps this whole community grow and get better. So I encourage everybody to just participate. If you're a competitor, compete. If you're a spectator, help out in some other way.
Absolutely. And lastly, just to kind of give homage to you, these things are really hard to put together.
Yeah.
I mean, how long do you think you've spent kind of putting together this particular competition?
This particular one, me and a team of people have probably put, I want to say, a couple hundred hours of prep time in on this. I mean, we've been working at it for a couple of months now. Part of the struggle of these events are you spend all this time and energy to make these challenges for the students to break, but once they're broken, they're done.
Forever.
Right? Forever, right? So you got to just constantly be coming up with new stuff. So throughout the calendar year, it's sort of, I have my 9 to 5, I have my job, but 5 to 9 is coming up with challenges, getting prepped for competitions for me.
Well, listen, man, we really appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely.
And I know everyone else here really appreciates you as well.
I'm more than happy to be here, and I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Thank you so much, brother.
Cheers.